I just wanted to do a video kind of scratching the surface of the CAGED system. I think the CAGED system helps out a lot with people who use capos, not as creative tools, but as crutches. Nothing against the use of capos, however, a lot of the use can be taken down if you implement the CAGED system, and then you'll realize just how much more freedom you have when you have access to your entire fretboard rather than stopping wherever your capo is positioned. So into the CAGED system, the first letter in CAGED is C. All right, you got a C chord. All right, now this is where math comes in. Everybody tells you in school that music is just math. It truly is. Let's take all the notes of C, and we'll take all 5 of those notes, because you're not playing that top string, all 5 of those strings, and add 1 fret to each one, a half step up. Okay, that's going to be a C sharp. My nut or my fret, basically that's my capo right here, just moved. That's a C sharp. Okay, now don't get scared and think that it's a bar chord, because it's not barring. Really, this index finger is only hitting the G and E string in this case. So you don't have to do this. That's not necessary. So here's your root note right here. Your root note is C sharp. And in the key of C, or the chord of C, that's your root note, C. So we're going to move everything up, and you want to follow where your root note goes. C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp. See, it's just following right there, and G. Okay. So we'll go to the next one. You know this, you've got an idea of the CAGED system right here because of A. All right, A. You play it like that or like this, either way. As long as you've got the A chord at 0, 2, 2, 2, 0, you got an A chord, all right? Now, if you take 0, 2, 2, 2, 0, and then do 1, 3, 3, 3, 1, you've got B flat. And then you do 2, 4, 4, 4, 2, you've got a B. All right, see, it's just following that root note. Wherever this is, that's going to be the name of the chord. So I can go all the way up to the 7th fret, and I'm still going to have root note, and then 2 frets away for the next 3 strings, and then back to the same fret as here. So 7, 9, 9, 9, 7 is going to be an E in an A shape. Okay, the frets get a little smaller, so what you want to do here is just simply, there's an E chord right there, and then keep on going, F, G, and then you're back to A. So your capo is moving with you in this case. G, same concept. There's your G. G plus 2 would equal A. Now it's a little more difficult to play that because you're having to stretch that finger, but it helps out when you're doing things like solos. You can kind of take that blues scale, all right? Let's just say A. Okay, you got your A, your B, C sharp, D. All right, so that C sharp is right there. You just basically get yourself an F sharp minor blues scale. And it's all in that little G shape. That's kind of where G and D come in as far as the CAGED system. We'll get to D in just a second. So anyway, we'll stick with the chords for now. G chord plus 2 equals A. That, your root note right here, is on the 5th fret of the E string, makes it A. Go up just 1 half step. Now you got an A sharp or a B flat. B. And again, you're not barring the entire fingerboard with this finger. You just want to get the open strings, which in this case would be the D, G, and B. Okay, so now E chord. We also know a little bit of the CAGED system because of E barred is an F. E, F. Go up 1, F sharp. G, G sharp, A, all from that E shape. There's your root note right there. All right, now for the D. A lot of people like to do what's called fiving this, which is basically just playing the 1, the 5, and then the 1 again. So you've got your D, And then you've got the fifth note in the D scale, which is A, and then D again. so now if we do, that's 0, 2, 3. But if we do 2, 4, 5, we now have an E chord or an E5 chord because there's your root note. Whatever happens, if you keep that same shape, it's going to be the name of this root note. D, E, F, G, G flat or F sharp, back to F, E, E flat or D sharp, D. You can do the full chord, it's just a little tough. It's right there, that's a G. There's my root note. All right, so now implementing this into playing. Let's say I want to do 1, 4, 5 in the key of G, but I want to do it in a C shape. There's a C shape. All right, just think of this right here as your nut or your capo. You've got 3, 2, 0, 1, 0, 10, 9, 7, 8, 7. All right. Now, I want to go from 1 to 4. The 4 of G is C. So I can either do this, and then this, or I can stay in that same little position. There's G. Now I'm going to go from the C shape to the E shape right here. There's my C. See where my root note is? C. I can do a bar chord if I want. There's my root note. And then root note to the 5, which is D. So anyway, so here's the C shape G, E shape C, E shape D. So and then this is where the freedom of not having a capo comes in. I just did the E shape. Now I want to do the A shape of a D chord. I'm going to still do the C shape of G. Then I'm going to do the E shape of C. Then I'm going to do the A shape of D. And this is where it kind of gets cool because I have no capo now. All right? So 1, 4, 5, 4. All right? Now, this is where you kind of get into Mark Knopfler territory. He uses a lot of that CAGED system, and a lot of people do. But listen to Sultans of Swing and you'll really see where the CAGED system is necessary. I want to add some lead to it. Okay, so that's 1, 4, 5 right there. And then if I want to go to the 6, I'll do an A minor right here at the 7th fret. CAGED system works for major and minor chords. So hopefully that helps out a little bit on freeing you from the crutch of the capo, and then you can start using the capo for really cool, creative Andy McKee kind of stuff. But if you have any more questions or think you want to learn a little more about it, I've got an Instagram. It's called at 15 Second Guitar Lessons. And if you got any questions, just let me know.